It's another beautiful day again and an amazing time again. And I'm really excited to be coming your way at this time. My name is Simon Marty. They call me the Kings. I'm a branding coach and consultant, and I help people build brands that are profitable and that are global and that are also relevant. Right? So, I've come to share with you some thoughts. And what I want to share with you is something that is very important. It's important because it is going to help you, it's going to help your business become better, right? It's going to help you help your business become better because life is ever evolving, life is dynamic, all right? And so is human desires, and so is life in generally, and the expectance and the expectations rather of people. So uh, what used to fascinate people yesterday, what used to excite people yesterday, may not necessarily excite them today. All right, that's why we have the old versions and we also have the new version. And so, if you're listening to me or you're watching this right now, I want you to know that what you're about to hear are things that will help you because my desire is to help you achieve a better today and a fantastic tomorrow. So, simply put, what I want to share with you, if you're for the purpose of titling, you can say, uh, making your today better and your tomorrow fantastic. Making your today better and your tomorrow fantastic. All right. So, if you're ready with me, let's get rolling. Let's get rolling. Now, for you to be able to make your today better and to make your tomorrow fantastic, there is one word you need to get familiar with or you need to get used to. And the word is what I call intentional or intentionality. You cannot achieve something without being intentional about it. You understand? For example, I desire that I desired that I wanted to record this. I desired that I wanted to speak to you on this. Now, if I didn't do the setup, record, or even press the record button, probably you wouldn't have been able to hear me or even see me, let alone enjoy what I will be sharing with you. So, being intentional separates talkers from doers. The difference between those who talk and those who do is the word intentional. While talkers may just you are just wishful, are just wish sayers or wishful thinkers. Doers are those who are more deliberate about what they have spoken about or what they have said they wanted to do. And so it's very important. So, what then are some of the things that you can do to be able to set yourself apart, to be able to make your today better and your tomorrow fantastic, or to be able to make your days ahead better than your days before? What are some of those things? Number one has to do with retreating. Retreat. Retreat is simply that time or that period that you halt all activities for the purpose of doing a personal checkup or your business checkup. You understand? If you are in the corporate world or if you work for any organization, I think this should not be something that is totally new to you. So, because organizations, especially most organizations, especially at the close of a given year, they set some time apart to go for a retreat. To go for a retreat. You understand? Now, the essence of going for the retreat is to be able to do like a an assessment of all they've done. So, aside retreating, the number two thing that you need to do to make your today better and your tomorrow fantastic, or to make your days ahead better than your days before, is review, which some people may want to call appraisal or some may want to call reevaluation. So it is important that you do a review of all that you do. The first thing you need to review has to do with your vision. Your vision. So where are you? In the scheme of things, where are you? Between the scale of 1 to 100, or in terms of percentage, where are you? What progress have you made as it relates to your vision? And like I liken vision. Vision is like that big elephant. All right, that big elephant that you want to devour or that you want to eat, for example, or that big building that you want to erect. You understand? Maybe that big hospital for you as a medical doctor or someone who has interest in who has interest in the health business. All right, you want to build a very big state of the art hospital. So vision is like that massive building that you want to erect, that big structure that you want to have. So how far have you gone? Have you been able to even buy the land? And that leads me to what you also need to review. You need to review your goals. Goals are like that big vision broken into pieces. They are like the bigger vision broken into pieces. It is with goals that you add certain timelines to. You say that, for example, okay, within the next 2 years or within the next 6 months, I want to acquire the land for the hospital. You understand? Once the land is acquired, we want to say, okay, the next phase of our goals is to then get the necessary approvals. You understand? Maybe your drawing plan, then you go for your drawing plan approval and all of those things. So those constitute your goals. So you need to also review that. How far have you gone with the goals? Where are you currently on as far as the goals are concerned? Then the next thing has to do now with your plans, your strategies, which has to do with how to then go about it. How to then go about it. How to go about it. Who do you need to talk to? Do you understand? Who do you need to talk to? All of those things, they are part of your plans. Who do you need to talk to? Where do you need to go? What office do you need to go to for the approval? Who do you need to even meet to do the to draw, come up with the design drawing design with the plan design and all of those things. So you need to also review that. Then you need to also review your association or the networks that you belong to. Associations or the network that you belong to. Have you gotten the necessary license? You understand? Because you alone may not be able to achieve the building of that hospital. You may need some assistance or you may need the input of others to be able to get that achieved. Maybe there's somebody you know who know another person that can be able to help you get the license with ease. I'm not saying illegal means, anyways. All right, or somebody you know who can direct you to the right office to go get the approval, to go and get the approval. Do you understand? So, or somebody who knows another person that be able to link you with the person who will be able to do, who will be able to come up with a drawing with plan that suits what you have in mind. Do you understand? So it's also very important. I get to my point. So there's need for you to also review. So far, how has your relationships been with people? How has your relationships been in the case of business? If you're a business person, how has your relationship been with your clients? How has your relationships been with your customers or your networks, your partners? How has your relationships been with them? Your board of directors or your advisory board? How has your relationships been with them? So there's need for you to review all of those. There's also need for you to review your activities and engagements. Your activities and engagements need to be reviewed. It's very important. There's need for you to review these activities. They are very, very important. You understand? Because it will give you an idea of what your priorities are. It also give you an idea of where you spend most of your time, where you spend most of what you spend most of your time doing. It also give you an idea of where you even channel, where most of your resources are being spent on, or what they are being spent on. Is very important. Then aside that, also they also need for you to review the outgoing year generally, either the outgoing year, the outgoing day, or the outgoing week, or the outgoing month, or the outgoing quarter, or the outgoing 6 months, on depending on how often you go for your retreat, or how often you go for your appraisal, or how often you go for that retreat. Simply put, you understand? So you need to review it, because until you review it, you may not know where you stand. And until you know where you stand, you may not be able to know how to move forward. You may not be able to know how to move forward. So you need to be able to review all of those. It's very, very important. Then, very importantly, you need to review your relationship with your maker. Because the truth of the matter is that the level of your relationship with him will determine how far you are going to go with him or what you are going to get from him. Relationship is very powerful. Relationship is very important. So there's need for you to do a review of your relationship with him, because whether you may accept it or you may disagree, which is okay, all right, the spiritual controls the physical. And so long as the spiritual controls the physical, there is also that need for you. There's also that need for you to know that most of the things that you see manifest in the physical are products or byproducts of the things that must have happened in the spirit realm. And so your good relationship with him will put you in a position where you are able to influence certain things, or you're able to influence certain outcomes. And I'm speaking from experience. So it is very, very important. Apart from those, so there's need for you to rest. Most people see resting as a taboo. Most people see resting as a no-no. But ladies and gentlemen, dear viewer or listener out there, resting is very, very important. Resting is very, very important. You understand? Resting is very, very important. And you need to rest. You need to rest, because personally, when I've overworked myself, I find it very difficult to be coherent with my thoughts. You understand? I find it very difficult to create. I find it very difficult to even think, let alone create. So until I take some time out to rest, I may not be able to be in that place where I'm able to create, or where I'm able to do anything, you understand, as far as creativity, as far as content, as far as products are concerned. So it's very, very important that you take some time out to rest. Rest to renew your strength. Rest to regain lost strength. It's very, very important. You understand? Because if you don't rest, a time will come. A time will come. A time will come that if you don't rest, a time will come that you may not be able to do what you need to do if you don't find time to rest. A time will come that if you're not careful, you may break down. So it is very important that you find some time out to rest. Find some time out to rest. It's very, very important. Apart from that, also there's also need for you to refocus your attention. What is not a priority to you, you may not give it the needed attention. And there are some of you, or most of you, watching this or listening to me right now, who are doing things that shouldn't be a priority, who have decided to major on the minor, and and the other way around, who are involved in things that adds little or no value to the actualization of your vision. So it is in the place of it's in the place of reviewing that you are able to detect those things, and that you're able to do something about it. You understand? But if you don't review, you may not be able to know where you stand. And if you don't know where you stand, you may not be able to know where you are going to. Or you may not be able to know what to do next. Or you may not be able to know what is working and what isn't working. You may not be able to know what to focus your attention on, or what to allow to go. You may not be able to even know what relationship is working, or what network is working and what is not working. Because there are some of you that you may need to even discontinue certain relationships, or you may be able to pull out of certain networks because they are rather giving you pain than helping you. They are rather slowing things down for you than helping you. Especially when you begin to sense some level of pessimism, when you begin to sense some level of competition, or unhealthy competitions for that matter, or when you begin to sense some level of just like a disconnect. Do you understand? So it's very, very important. So there's need for you to refocus, and it's also need for you to re-strategize. So what this simply means is that your vision, your goals, your plans shouldn't be cast in stone, shouldn't be rigid, but rather they should be flexible. Flexible to the point that if there's need for you to do any form of tweaking, you are able to do that. You understand? So it is important that you do that. That would help you. You understand? So strategize. It's also need for you to renew your commitment. You understand? As much as you want to be intentional, intentionality comes with commitment. For you to be able to do what you are intentional about, you need commitment to be able to do it. You need to commit. It takes commitment for certain relationships to work. It takes commitment for certain businesses to continue to be in existence. It took commitment for me to be able to record this that you're enjoying right now. It took commitment. You understand? If you guys know what what I needed to do before doing this, you would really appreciate it. You understand? It took commitment. It came as an idea. It was a commitment that pushed me to want to scribble one or two things down for me to be able to share with you today, or for me to be able to share with you this right now. It takes commitment, and until you are committed, you may not be able to enjoy certain relationships. Until you are willing to commitment, until you are willing to commit, you may not be able to enjoy certain. So you need to commit to the pursuit and the fulfillment of your vision. You need to commit to achieving good success. You need to also commit to the updating of your goals, your updated goals. You need to be committed to pursuing or to working in line with those goals until they are achieved. You need to also commit to the networks that have worked for you or that you have been connected to. You need commitment. You need commitment to hard work, commitment to, if need be, if it will require you putting in your resources, commitment to be willing to put in your resources to ensure that the network happens. Because the network that will work is the one that you're committed to. The network that will work is the one that you are committed to. And it is the one that you're committed to that is the network that you are committed to is the one that you can use as a leverage. Are you following what I'm saying? Right? So it's very, very important. So apart from that, also there's also need for you to commit to work. The difference between someone who achieves something and someone who is still trying to achieve it is work. There are some who are talkers and there are some who are doers. That's the reason why I wrote the book It's Doing O'Clock, meaning that it is time for work. While others are still talking, while others are still wishing for it, you are going ahead to achieve it. What will help bring your wishes into reality is your doing. You understand? I wish that I brought this your way and I backed it up with action. That is why you're getting this right now. Now, imagine that I didn't do anything about it. You wouldn't have seen me, let alone, or heard me, let alone enjoy this value. You understand? So, commitment. You need to commit to work. What this means is that you need to do more work because some of you watching this right now, or listening to me right now, the issue is not that you don't have plans. The issue is not that you don't have a fantastic vision. The problem is you are still waiting for the right time to take action. The right time is now because the only time you have is now. You cannot vouch for tomorrow, right? The time you have is now. And until you are more of an action taker than just a talker, you may not be able to achieve better today, let alone have a fantastic day tomorrow. You understand? So if you desire to have a fantastic tomorrow and a better today, then you need to be more of an action taker than just a talker. So then relaunch, very important. So I talked about reviewing, I talked about retreating, I also talked about reviewing, I talked about resting, I talked about refocusing, I talked about re-strategizing. I also went ahead and talked about renewing your commitment. Then I went ahead to talk about relaunching. So what are some of the factors, as I conclude, that will help you become better or achieve a better today and a fantastic and beautiful tomorrow? Some of the factors, three factors I'll mention. Number one has to do with relationships. Everything rises and falls on relationships. I mean, your relationship with your maker, your relationship with people, very important. Your relationship with your clients as a business, your relationship with your customers. You understand? Your relationship with your customers, your relationships with your partners, your relationships with your employees, your relationship with your employers. You understand? Your relationship generally. You need to ensure that it is something that is good. And you need, some of you watching this or listening to me right now, you need to enter into new relationships. Some of you may need to update your relationship. Some of you may need to upgrade your relationship because you have outgrown the relationship, some of the networks or the relationships that you're currently with. You have outgrown them. So you need to upgrade. You need to move up. It may be hurting to some of the persons that you're in relationship with at this level, but it's okay. The only constant thing in life is change. If they feel hot, they should also upgrade themselves. Do you understand? So it's important. Then aside that, also there's also need for you to have resources too, both human and material resources. Talking about human, because the truth of the matter is that except your vision is very small, if your vision is as big as mine, then you will need a lot of persons. So the question is, have you been able to identify the set of persons you need to identify yourself with to be able to achieve these things, or the set of networks you need to belong to help you achieve your vision with ease? So you may be needing them. You may also be needing materials. Talking about tools, talking about skills, and all of those things. You'll be needing them. You understand? To be able to achieve a better today and a fantastic tomorrow. And then lastly, still going back to where we started from, reevaluation. So it is important for you to put mechanisms in place or systems in place that will help you at intervals. You understand? That's the time that you set for yourself. There's need for you to, at those points, do a review. Because, like I said, until you know, until you review what you have done, so able to know where you stand, let alone know. And until you know where you stand, you will not be able to know where to go from there. You understand? You may not be able to even know what is working and what is not working. So long as the constant thing is in life is change, there is need for you to constantly review how far you have gone. There's need for you to constantly review your journey through life. And I bet you when you do all of these things, you will begin to see yourself making each day better than the previous day. And in no distant time, your today will become better and your tomorrow will become fantastic because that's what I desire for you. So I look forward to you having a better day, better today, and a fantastic tomorrow. I hope you got value. If you got value, feel free to send a comment, feel free to like, feel free to share this with as many people as possible. Feel free to also leave me a comment. I'm more than glad to read them and to also respond. And if you have questions, feel free to also drop them. And as I see them, I would do justice to them. I would answer if there's need for us to have a one-on-one. I'm more than glad to speak with you. All right. So my name is Samuel Matthew, the king of branding. You understand? Because I help people build profitable and globally relevant brand. And until I come your way again, cheers to your success. Keep living the limitless life, and God bless you.